good afternoon or good morning kung anong oras nyo ito pinapanood. So, I decided to do this video na lang for our next topic, which is mathematics na naman. Pero sobrang basic nito compared dun sa calendar method. Okay, so let me just share screen. Ulit tayo. Okay. So of course, we've discussed last week about the Mayan civilization, the introduction, and the location. Okay, so let me just off. So we'll be discussing now about the continuation about our topic last week. So the Maya hieroglyphic writing is possibly one of the most visually striking writing systems of the world. So it contains hundreds of unique signs or glyphs in the form of humans, animals, supernatural objects, and abstract designs. For example, we have here sa illustration, kitang-kita natin na kakaiba ang writing system ng mga Mayan at nagkakaintindihan sila o nagkakaunawaan sila using this writing system. At hindi katulad sa kasalukuyan, diba, ginagamit natin iba't ibang letters to compose messages, diba, to compose sentences. During those times, yung Mayan civilization, they are using unique forms or unique signs ng humans, animals, and other objects para makapag-convey ng messages sa kapwa nila. So, very intricate ang design, and when it comes to the meanings ng iba't ibang messages or ng iba't iba nilang ginagamit na signs, we have here logograms. Logograms means to express meaning, and syllabograms means to denote sound or values. So, ito yung mga signs na ginagamit ng mga Mayan nung during those ancient times para makapag-communicate sa kapwa nila. So they use logograms or syllabograms to write words, phrases, and sentences. At yung glyphs naman, sobrang complex niya. Pag titingnan natin ngayon, sobrang parang kita natin isang simpleng square lang, di ba? And then grid-like pattern. Each square is a glyph block containing 1 to 5 glyphs, often forming a word or a phrase. Using those blocks, makikita natin ang iba't ibang messages ng Mayan civilization. Okay. Sabi dito, Mayan texts are written and read from left to right and from top to bottom, usually in columns of 2 glyph blocks. So for example, we have here number 1, and then ang pagbabasa nito, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then taas. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on and so forth. So, ganun ang pagbabasa ng number system ng mga Mayan. Mayan language, at tawag sa Mayan language is Yucatic Maya. So, this Mayan language was spoken by about 800,000 to 1.2 million people in Mexico and Belize. And pasok tayo sa number system. So, ito yung mas komplikadong part ng topic or ng discussion natin. So, ang ancient Maya gumagamit ng tinatawag na digisimal or base 20 notation, in which each position is a power of 20 instead of 10 as in our decimal system. So sa kasalukuyan, base 20 notation para pag-aralan ng iba't ibang numero. At ang sabi dito, ang isa sa pinaka-significant accomplishment ng mga Mayan ay the use of the concept of zero. So sa mga Mayan nagsimula ang zero, and hanggang ngayon, di ba, pinapakinabangan pa rin natin at ginagamit ang zero. Kahit sabihin natin zero yan, di ba, importante pa rin ang concept ng zero. Okay, so for the number system ng mga Mayan, it is far more advanced than can be expected of a civilization of that era. Sinasabi natin na in terms of astronomy, kakaiba ang advancement ng Maya kumpara sa ibang civilization. But in number system, masasabi rin natin na sobrang advanced sila during those times. And they are using only three symbols to represent all numbers. So, importante na malaman natin to, guys, ang value ng bawat symbol. So, for example, ang isang line, that's equivalent to 5. And then, ang isang dot or isang tuldok, that's equivalent to 1. So 1 dot for 1, and then 2 dots for 2, 3 dots for 3, and then of course ang kasunod nito ay yung shell na tinatawag. So yung shell, that's equivalent to 0. So maaaring may ibang itsura ng 0, ayan, pero equivalent to 0 pa din yan. Basta malapit dito sa figure or sa structure na ito ang figure, di ba? Or that's still 0. Okay? So like our number system, Vigissimo number system is positional, which means to say that the position of a numeric symbol indicates its place value. Pangalawang dapat nating malaman ay ang powers or base 20 value ng bawat numero. So dapat ang basa dito ay pataas. So mula bottom papunta sa top. Okay? So vertical orientation and moves up as the place value increases. And then when numbers are written in vertical form, there should never be more than 4 dots in a single place. So always remember na bawal magkaroon ng mas marami pa sa 4 dots. Okay? And then every group of 5 dots becomes 1 bar. So kapag naging 5 na yung dots, that's equivalent to 1 bar. Okay? So isusulat na natin yung dots, hindi na 5 dots kundi 1 bar. Say for example, we have here, what is the value of this number as shown in the figure below? So ito yung given natin. Ayan. Starting from the bottom, we have the ones place. So ito yung ones. So ilan dito ang makikita nating bars and dots. So we have 2 dots and we have 2 bars and then 3 dots. Okay, ang sabi natin kanina, equivalent sa 5 ang isang bar. So that's 5 plus 5, then 10. And then sabi kanina, ang isang dot is equivalent to 1. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 10 plus 3, that's 13. Okay? So dahil dito, ang equivalent ng ating nasa ones place or nasa pinaka-bottom is 13. Kasi 13 times 1 is equals to 13. So saan galing yung 1? Ito yun. So sabi natin dito, ang nasa ones place, yung pinaka-bottom, that's multiplied by 1. So sa kaso na ito, 13 times 1 is equals to 13. Okay, so meron tayong value for our lowest part or yung ones place natin. Okay, and then next step, look to the place value above it or 20th place. So tapos na tayo sa bottom, punta tayo sa may gitna. So sabi dito sa gitna, we have here 2 bars. So that's 5 plus 5, 10. Okay? And then we have 1 dot. So 1 dot is equals to 1. Okay? Equivalent to 1 yun. So we have 10 plus 1 is equals to 11. And then kasi dahil nasa 20s na siya, 20th place, okay? So multiplied by 20. So times 20. That's 11 times 20 is equals to 220. So we now have our value for the 20th place. Next step. 1 dot lang, okay? So that's equivalent to 1. And then multiply by 400. So we have here the 400. So saan galing yung 400? Dito. Sa third step dito. Titingnan natin ito pangatlo o yung natawag natin 400 place, okay? So 400 place, so multiply it by 400. So we now have 1 times 400 is equals to 400, okay? Ngayon, ito na yung values natin. So una, 13, and then 220, and then 400. So i-add lang natin to. This finally gives us the equivalent Indo-Arabic number of 633. Okay? So ang final answer ay 633. Kuha. Yeah, kuha syempre. Next example. Ganito lang gagawin natin guys, ha? Okay? So we have here unahin natin lagi yung pinaka-bottom, yung pinakamababa. Ayan. So that's 0. Diba? 0 ang equivalent nito. And then times 1 natin kasi siya yung nasa ones place. So that's equivalent to 0. We have here 3 bars. 3 times 5, 15 times 20, 300. Dito galing yung 20. And then we have here 3 dots. So 3 dots. 3 times 400 is equals to 1,200. So galing yung 400, galing sa 400's place. We have here another 0. times 8,000, that's 0 here, yung 8,000 natin. And then we have here 1 bar and then 1 dot, that's 6 times 160,000, that's 960,000. Okay? So galing dito yung 160,000. So ang final answers natin ay ating i-add or para makuha yung sum. And then we have here the final value of 961,500. Kuha, kuha. Okay. So this time naman, baliktad naman ang gagawin natin. So we're going to write our base 10 numbers, our number system, to Mayan decimal number system, which is base 20. Okay? So to figure out the Maya equivalent of a number from our decimal system, you need to divide the number into powers of 20. So i-multiply lang natin, or rather, i-divide lamang natin yung given sa either 8,400 or 20. So let's take 4,285 for example. So we have this example. Ang first step natin ay kung saan natin siya i-divide. Kailangan hindi siya mas malaki sa pagdi-divide natin. Or rather, kailangan hindi mas malaki yung pagdi-divide natin. Okay? So hindi natin siya pwedeng i-divide sa 8,000 kasi masyadong malaking 8,000 para sa kanya. So dapat mas mababa yung gagamitin nating numero, which is 400. Okay? So yung 400 ang gagamitin natin. 4,285 divided by 400 is equals to, that's 10 point something. Then we'll get the whole number ulit. Parang yung sa calendar method, okay? Oh, sorry, long count calendar. Iba yung calendar method. Ayan. So yung kukuha natin yung whole number, which is 10. So we'll be using that value sa mga susunod pang steps. So next step, i-multiply natin sa 400. Kung saan mo siya dinivide, i-multiply mo siya ngayon doon. So 10 times 400 is equals to 4,000. And then, yung result, which is 4,000, divide natin sa given. Ating given is 4,285 minus the result, or the product, which is 4,000. So 4,285 minus 4,000 is equals to 285. Okay? So hindi pa tayo tapos. That value, yung 285, i-divide natin siya sa 20. So palit tayo guys. So nagsimula tayo sa 400 and then next step is yung 20, di ba? So 285 divided by 20 equals 14. Then kung saan mo siya dinivide, multiply mo ngayon siya. So 14 times 20 is equals to 280. Okay? And then, yung 285 kanina, gagamitin ulit natin ngayon, minus the product, which is 280. So 285 minus 280 is equals to 5. So we now have our value, and then we can now convert it to Mayan decimal system, right? Di pwede. Using the symbols of my number system, we can now write 4,285 in vertical form as shown below. Okay? So ang value natin ng 5, 1 bar siya. Then 280, I'm sorry, and then 14, that's 2 bars, and then 4 dots. And then yung value ng 10 would have to be 2 bars only. So that's the value of our decimal system pag i-convert naman natin sa Mayan decimal system. Okay? Okay. Next, addition and subtraction. Pagdating sa addition and subtraction, parang naglalaro lang tayo dito. Magaling naman tayo dyan, di ba, sa paglalaro. Say, for example, we have here our values, or we have here our given. So, yung given natin, ayan, i-add natin siya. So, ganun lang. Tingnan natin yung mga figures na nasa kanya. So, we have here 1 bar plus 1 bar, 2 bars. And then 2 dots plus, wala namang dots dito. So, copy lang natin yung 2 dots, okay? Then 2 dots. And then, next, we have here 3 dots plus 1 dot. That's 4 dots. And then we have here 2 bars. 2 bars here. And then we have here 1 dot plus 0. That's 0, diba? So, 1 dot pa rin. And then 2 bars plus 1 bar. That's 3 bars. So, that's our final answer. Okay? Okay? So, simple lang naman yung addition, guys. So, ganito lang yung addition natin. Next step, we have here 1 bar plus 4 bars is equals to, 1 bar plus 3 bars is equals to 4 bars, right? And then, of course, wala namang ibang dot dito. So, 1 dot, copy lang. And then, next step, 1 bar, copy lang. And then, 2 dots, 2 dots. 2 bars plus 1 bar, 3 bars. 3 dot plus 1 dot, 4 dots. Then 1 dot, copy lang. Pero, sabi sa rule natin kanina, bawal magkaroon ng 4 na bars. Co-convert natin yung kasunod, yung pang-4 na bar, magiging bilog na yung lahat, okay? So we now have our final answer here. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's equivalent to 1. Okay? 1 dot, 'di ba? Sabi natin kanina convert sa 1 dot. And then ang kasunod na mangyayari, itong naiwan na dot, ililipat natin siya sa kabila. Okay? So 1 dot plus 1 dot is equal to 2 dots dapat. Pero kukuha tayo dito ng sagot sa ilalim na 1 dot. So dito natin siya ilalagay this time. Okay? And then next step, 2 bars plus 1 bar, 3 bars. Ayan. And then 3 dots plus 1 dot, 4 dots. Okay lang naman to na 4 diba na dots. And then 1 dot, 1. Okay? Okay. So that will be our final answer. Walang mangyayaring 4 bars, okay? Yung pinaka huling bar ay magiging mo-convert na yung 4 bars into 1 dot. And then ililipat natin yung 1 dot na ito dun sa taas. Okay. Next, subtraction. So for subtraction, importante ang canceling, ang cancel culture, di ba? So dapat marunong tayo mag-cancel culture dito. So ang main idea sa subtraction ay ika-cancel natin yung magkakatulad. Okay? So for example, we have here our given. So 3 bars, 1 dot, minus 2 bars, 1 dot. So we can now cancel 2 bars kasi katulad siya nung nasa kabila. And then we can also cancel now the dot. Left us with 1. Okay. That will leave us with 1 bar kasi na-cancel na natin yung 2 bars and 1 dot. Okay? Next step, 2 bars, 4 dots, minus 1 bar, 2 dots. Cancel natin ang 1 bar, cancel natin ang 2 dots. And then, ang matitira na lamang ay 1 bar, 2 dots. Next, 3 bars, minus 0, that's still 3. 3 dots minus 0, that's still 3 dots. And then bar minus dot, wala, cannot be, okay? So that may iwan natin siyang blank. So that's our final answer. Okay? All right. Next, subtraction. 4 dots minus 4 dots is equal to 0, di ba? Kasi cancel natin sila lahat. So, ang sagot natin pag 0 ay itong 0 figure sa Mayan. So, itong zura ng 0 figure. And then, 1 bar, 1 dot, minus 3 dots. We can only, okay, so for this step naman, we will convert first this figure into dots, okay? So, that's, di ba sabi natin kanina yung isang bar that's equivalent to 5 dots, di ba? So 5 dots plus 1 dot is also 6 dots. And then we have here 3 dots. So cancel natin ang 3 dots. So that's equivalent to 3. Okay? Next step, 2 bars minus 1 bar, 1 dot. Okay? And then we have here, we can now cancel. Okay, so same with the previous box. So i-convert muna natin ang nasa taas, okay, into dots. So we have here 1 bar is equals to 5 dots, di ba? So pwede natin siyang i-convert muna into dots, and then we'll now have 1 bar 5 dots minus 1 bar 1 dot. So we can now cancel 1 bar and 1 dot. That will leave us with 4 dots. And then last but not the least, we have here 3 dots minus 1 dot, and then cancel natin yung isa that will leave us with 2 dots. So this will be our final answer for this particular problem or from this particular given. Okay? So importante ang i-convert muna ang mga bar, ayan, or mga bars, and then maging dots muna siya, dot version. Dot version, maging version muna siya ng dots bago natin mag-start ng cancel culture. Okay? So, importante na malaman natin kung kailan tayo mag-start mag-cancel. And that's it for our topic about the number system of the Mayan civilization. So for your assignment, please answer, check your understanding on page 10. We have here 5 items. Okay, page 10, check your understanding, and then answer, check your understanding on page 13. This one, 6 items. So I will post the deadline or the due date on our Google Classroom or GCR. That's it for today. If you have any questions, you can send me a message, or wag lamang Friday night or weekends kasi pasagutin ko yan ay next week na ulit. So if you have any questions, send me a message and then we'll try to answer that agad. That's it. Thank you guys, and thank you for your active participation. And